friends, welcome to Edu Skills OET Made Easy. I'll tell you how to fall in love with this subtest reading. Today, we'll be looking into reading part B. And if you are watching this on YouTube, kindly consider subscribing the channel and give us a thumbs up if you like the work, and do share us your opinions in the comment space, and share the video to others so that we help others and grow together. Now let me share my screen. And now we are just coming to, somebody had asked me to apply something, how to apply into a paragraph, what you, maybe I'll make it big screen. How to apply the principles. That is the general introduction I gave you for teaching. What is teaching and how it has to be going. And we'll maybe having added points later on. Now, could somebody read this? Is from part B, one paragraph, just to tell you how to apply and how to make it visualized or audio and visual and kinesthetic, how to make something, when you teach something, how to make it an experience for the learners. So this is one of the challenging passages. They said, maybe I think it is from the official material test 3, probably. That's my presumption. It is from the official material. Thank you, OET, for allowing us to use this particular passage for academic purposes. And could somebody read this, if you don't mind? Yeah.
Yes, I can read. Confidentiality is central to trust between doctors and patients. Without assurance about confidentiality, patients may be reluctant to seek medical attention or to give doctors the information they need in order to provide good care. However, faced with a situation in which a patient's refusal to consent to disclosure leaves others exposed to a risk so serious that it outweighs the patient's and the public interest in maintaining confidentiality, or if it is not the practical or safe to seek the patient consent, information should be disclosed promptly to an appropriate person or authority. The patient should be informed in advance that the doctor will be disclosing the information provided. This is practical and safe, even if the doctor intends to disclose without the patient's consent.
Okay, now what I want to tell you, if you go to the what you call TPP, okay, TTP, what happens at the end, this is the passage, you'll be able to say what will be the question from this. The questions are so benchmarked, customized, the question formation cannot be done in any other way. Okay, you will understand, you'll be able to tell me at the end of TTP, like, what will be the question from this paragraph? Because they cannot ask any other question, because those are the strategies being used in this paragraph, or the paragraph is selected in such a way. That is the thing. Now, some of you can respond. We'll interact 2-3 minutes. So could you tell me what is the topic of this paragraph?
About the confidentiality.
Yes, confidentiality is the key word. And what is the topic sentence?
Confidentiality.
No, topic sentence.
Confidentiality is central to trust between doctors and patients.
Okay, that is the
Topic
sentence. Means the main sentence of the paragraph. Confidentiality is central to trust between doctors and patients. Now, you can see confidentiality being repeated. The key word will be, all the synonym will be repeated continuously several times in the, I see again you have here. So as I said, skimming, you should be able to understand. And there is a heading, but I did not show you the heading because you have to find out the heading. And is there some more confidentiality? And could you just tell me, as they read, did you find any strategies that I taught you here? Maybe somebody can read it once again and try to identify the, we are going back to the question. Actually, we go from question. When you learn, you will start from question to text, but now we are going from text to question to find out what will be the question. Could somebody read once again, and probably you can guess what will be the question from this. We are taking only one paragraph. Okay, we'll take it in detail a little bit so that you know how to teach.
Confidentiality is central to trust between doctors and patients. Without assurance about confidentiality, patients may be reluctant to seek medical attention or to give doctors the information they need in order to provide good care.
So if you find any strategical words, just note it down, okay? Or underline if you have a text.
However, faced with the situation in which a patient refusal to consent to disclose leaves others exposed to a risk so serious that it is outweighs the patient's and the public interest in maintaining confidentiality, or if it is not practical or safe to seek the patient consent, information should be disclosed promptly to the appropriate person or authority. The patient should be informed in advance that the doctor will be disclosing the information provided this practical and safe, even if the doctor intends to disclose without the patient consent.
So what is the gist of it? Now, what is the main word here?
Which
Strategical
which
word.
situation
Yeah.
which situation the confidentiality which disclosed?
No, about the strategies I taught you, know, like modal verbs. Then you have comparison, contrast. Yeah. Where is the contrast word?
However.
Yeah. However. Yeah. So what I'm telling, as I told you, if there is a contrast word, answer will be following that. We call it a question based on exceptions. See, they are saying confidentiality is central to trust between doctors and patients, means you should not break the confidentiality. You should not divulge the information given by the patients to someone else. But then immediately after two sentences, there is a contrast. However, we call it a question based on exception. There's a general rule, but there is an exception. So whenever there is a contrast, the answer will be something that follows the contrast word. So what could be the contrast answer here, or what could be the question here on the exception? See, you should not reveal, you should not speak out, or you should not tell anybody whatever the patients share. But then say, pakshe, however, they are speaking about exception.
When
appropriate time for disclosing confidential
information.
Yeah, when
Yes.
can you, as per this, after
when a doctor can
Confidentiality.
when a doctor can disclose the patient's privacy situation.
disclose?
If the information did not disclose, if
Information.
it can affect the
Leaves
others. So,
leaves
yeah.
others exposed to a risk.
Yeah, that's
Correct,
right.
no?
Yes.
Yes. So what is it here? Now we are presuming this could be the question and answer, because however is there. So what I'm telling you, once you become competent in this, you need not even look at the questions. You can frame the questions from the text. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
That
Yes,
could be the assessment for TTP, not the other way about find out the answers. The TTP assessment will be, you will be given a paragraph. You have to make questions out of it. So what do you think will be the question? And here, do you have any other modal verbs? Could you find any modal verbs?
Yeah, may,
should
Yeah,
maybe
should be,
will,
disclosed
Will be.
promptly. Should be disclosed promptly.
Should be.
promptly.
Then again
Okay.
also. Again.
Again, you have the patient should be informed.
In advance.
Should be informed. Does it mean must be informed?
No, Father.
No.
Just
No.
In advance, there the doctor will be disclosing the information, provided this is practical and safe. Provided, when should you inform? When it is practical and safe. Otherwise, what does it mean? You need not inform. Correct, no?
yes.
Yes.
So let's see. There is a heading. Actually, for TTP assessment, we will not give you the heading. Actually, in the text, there is a heading like this. So patient confidentiality is the heading there. Heading of this particular text. This is from part B reading. So, patient confidentiality, immediately you have to foresee or predict. In the first method, I told you how to predict patient confidentiality. What are they going to say? Is it proper to break the confidentiality? Should we keep the confidentiality? Are there some exceptions? See, this is the question. Could you read the question?
Doctors are advised to break patient confidentiality if Option A,
What is the key word here? STEM word?
Advised break.
break
Advice.
patient confidentiality.
Advice. No.
Advice.
Yeah. You see, when there are opinion and fact, normally such questions will be like you will have advised as the, and there is also if. If means conditional, right?
Yes.
If, yeah, doctors are advised to break patient confidentially if something happens. Only if something happens. So could you read the options?
Option A, failure to do so would put other people in danger. Option B, they inform the patient of their intention in advance. Option C, a patient refuses to disclose information relevant to their care.
Okay, a patient refuses to disclose information relevant to their, the patient doesn't disclose anything, he doesn't speak at all. Can you break the confidentiality?
No.
See, the patient doesn't,
Patient is not a
the patient doesn't speak anything, doesn't speak, keeping mum, he doesn't reveal anything. Is there a question of breaking the confidentiality then?
No.
No.
Which means it is not at all relevant. The C1 is not at all relevant. They inform the patient of their intention in advance. That's a factual statement. If they inform the patient of their intention in advance, that's a factual statement. It's a fact. They inform the patient of their intention in advance. If they inform, they can. Factual. Failure to do so would put, would. What does would speak about?
Modal verb.
Modal
Opinion.
Modal verb about the future, right?
Yes, Father.
Will, would, you know, about the future. So if something happens in the future, if means you can break the confidentiality if such a situation arises, which is speculation, right? If means speculation, predicting the future. So here there is a speculative modal verb. So, you know, it has to go here. This is a factual statement. Let's see. Analyze this question. See, if conditional, would speculation. So opinion is given here. Doctors are advised to. Advising is opinion, right? Advised to do something. Yeah. Yeah. It's not sure, must. It is should, right? It's not must. Advised means advisory is, you see here, advice, recommendation, suggestion, should, not must. Okay. So it is an opinion. The second one is a factual statement. Third one is not at all relevant. So modal verb should is used here, which means advice, which is also given here. And you will see in the paragraph the same thing. See, should is used. Should be informed. Should be disclosed promptly. Did you get the idea?
Yes, Father.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Father.
This is how you have to go back words and learn. As I told you, advice. Should is advice. See, this is should means advice, recommendation, or suggestion, the modal verb. Doctors are advised to break patient confidentiality. Should is here. Should be informed in advance. So it is not must. They inform the patient of their intention in advance. It's a fact. But here it says should be informed. Should be not. It's not must be. Should be is not must be. So, however, when there is a contrast word, next, as we said, the answer is failure to do so would put other people in danger. Where is the answer? See here. Disclosure leaves others exposed to a
Others.
risk. Exposed to a risk. See the words used. Synonyms, paraphrasing. See here, risk. Leaves others exposed to risk. Here, danger. Danger, risk. Synonym, right?
Yes,
Am I audible?
Father.
Yeah.
Yes, Father.
And
Yes, yes.
yeah, failure to do so would put other people, leaves other people exposed to a risk. Would put other people, synonym used is leaves
Leaves other.
others exposed to. See how beautifully they have done it. And all those things are connected. That's what I said. Looking at the question, this paragraph, a teacher definitely knows if she is he or she is competent. Looking at this contrast word, you know, this is a question based on exceptions. Based on exceptions. Confidentiality is central to trust between doctors and patients is the categorical statement, the topic sentence. But at the second part, after the contrast, they are giving exception. In certain situations, you are not bound by confidentiality, ethics of confidentiality. You can, when others' life is in danger, you can. And even if should be informed in advance that the doctor will be disclosing the information, provided this is practical and safe. Only if it is practical and safe, and should be. It's not must be. Like, depends on doctor's discretion or your discretion whether you should inform or not. Is that clear?
Yes, Father.
Yes.
Father.
Yes. This one paragraph I took because somebody sent it to me saying that it's challenging. You have anything to ask? Shall I stop staring? Okay. Now you'll have to search out where you have these exception questions, contrast expressions and exception questions, and collect those things and present yourself. Okay. Bye-bye. God bless you.
Thank you, Father.
Father.
Thank you, Father.